Hi, I'm Brian Keys and I'm here at Verve. Live with Vim and Vigour at Verve. Let's check it out. I'm here at the bistro at one of the Verve residents with Elliot, who's the dining room supervisor. Thank you for joining us, Elliot.
Absolutely.
Please tell us a little bit about your role here at Verve and what you do and all the various dining options.
Sure, yeah. So I run the dining room. I started here as a server in April 2018. So going on 3 years now.
So you've really climbed the rungs up to your current supervisor position.
Yeah, it was great. I started helping out a little bit more, and the company's really good with promoting within. So yeah, after a few years, I jumped into the role, and it's been great.
So take us on a virtual tour of the various options within Verve.
So we have our main dining room, which we serve lunch and dinner in there. On the back part of the dining room, we have a private dining room, which is booked out by family members, usually for holidays. We have the country kitchen, which is our continental breakfast area, which also comes equipped with what I call the pantry, which has 24-hour snacks and juices and yogurts. And yeah, if you ever get hungry at any time of the night, you can come down, open the fridge and grab it.
That's great.
Because it's their home.
Yeah.
And then we have the bistro, which is, it's 11 to 7. It's open. You can get food anytime. We have opening and closing hours in other parts of our dining area, but this one is open 11 to 7 all day. There's coffee that's self-serve, there's cappuccino and lattes, they're delicious. We also have a fully stocked bar with beer, wine, and various spirits.
This is a well-stocked house then.
You don't go hungry or thirsty, yeah.
That's great. So it's like living on a cruise ship, really. And if you ever
Basically, yeah, that's right.
That's amazing. Oh, that's great. Well, thank you so much for telling us about what you do here, and we're going to go take a look around at some of the other areas.
Sounds great. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Okay, we're back in the kitchen here. We got Jax. Jax, you are the executive chef here at Verve. Awesome. Tell it just before we start here, just give us a little bit of background, like where'd you come from, how'd you get here, how long you've been here, that type of stuff.
I started in Jamaica. I went to culinary school in Jamaica. I worked at a few very popular resorts in Jamaica as well.
Okay.
I left resorts and I went to work for cruise lines as well, so I spent a few times at sea.
Oh,
and yeah, and from the sea I came to Canada 2018 to get my certification in culinary.
Okay.
And it's just been uphill from there.
I gotta ask, why would anybody leave Jamaica and come here? Jamaica's amazing.
Oh, Canada is also amazing.
You're right.
Honestly.
Thank you for saying that. I'm glad we got that on camera.
Of course, yeah. Canada is one of the most beautiful countries in the world.
Well, I gotta say before we start too, we've spoken to a couple of the residents, and everybody has absolutely glowing things to say about you in particular, the staff, the dining experience in general. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing, but you're doing it right.
Awesome.
But yeah, show us how you do it.
Awesome. So Brian, today we're going to do a two-stage cooking, right? We're going to be doing some chicken flambe.
Okay.
We're going to make a nice sauté chicken right there.
Sounds good.
So the first thing to get that done, we need to make sure the temperature is up. This temperature is hot.
Okay.
Cold pan is going to sweat. We need caramelization.
Wow.
Right? So we
Nobody
just
wants a sweaty pan.
Oh no, there we don't. So we have our chicken breast has been marinated in our natural season that we have here. We use a lot of fresh herbs and spices as well. So this is all fresh herbs, green onions, olive oil, all blitzed together to make our natural marinade. The chicken is doing that. And then from there, we're just gonna, for a safety reason again, we just put it away from you. Don't put it to you because it might burn you as well.
This man sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
Exactly. You put it away from you, right?
You know, I never knew that, and it explains a lot of the burn marks on my chest.
So now you know, Brian. There you go. So we just put it away. I got some brandy here as well.
Okay.
What's going to happen is I like to use the natural juices and the flavors that's already built in the pan to create my finished product. Because to create my sauce, so everything comes in one pot, right?
So you're putting the brandy in the cooking. It's not just the sip.
No.
All right.
Exactly.
You cook differently than I do.
Exactly.
Okay.
So our chicken is nicely caramelized right there.
Okay.
But just to be sure, I always like to check before I go there. So I'm getting caramelization, which is key right here.
Yep.
Just go all the way over here. And then we just tilt it a bit.
Oh, wow.
Get a nice flambe going on right there.
That's awesome. Thank you for making me move.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
I'm quite fond of my eyebrows.
So right there, we're just gonna leave that.
Wow.
So what we do here, Brian, in celebration of our Living, Loving Local, that's using fresh local ingredients. We always try to make sure our vegetable components here are as fresh as possible. Our meats, we try to process them from as much as possible. So a sauteed chicken with vegetable or chicken stir fry would be the same concept that we do in our menu cycles here very often.
How do you keep things fresh and interesting for for the residents, but also for yourself. Like,
Okay.
if you're making 100 of these a meal, you've got to make yourself entertained too, right? You got to make sure you're enjoying it. So
Exactly.
How do you do that?
I'm glad you asked. So, humble beginning. When I growing up in Jamaica, I grew up on a farm. My dad's a farmer,
Okay.
and everything my mom cooked was always fresh from the farm.
Okay.
Right? So I always have that natural, fresh ingredients concept growing up as a child,
Okay.
and that sticks with me throughout my career.
Oh, good
So
for you.
coming here, meeting residents as well. What we do is I make menus based on discussion with residents.
Okay.
I might have a recipe here that I like. My meatloaf might be something I like very well,
Yeah.
but it's not something that our residents like. So I sit with them, we have these discussions through our food council meeting as well.
Okay.
And I sat with residents, they just come and meet with me as well, and they tell me like, what works, what's not working, and then we always modify to meet our residents' needs.
Okay.
It's all about residents' satisfaction.
That's amazing.
We try to accommodate and make our menus as exciting as possible. On
that's
Tuesdays, if you pop by, will be our Taco Tuesday as well.
All right.
We have different kind of tacos.
I'll see you on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is my favorite part.
This is where the artist in you comes out, right? You're not just an executive chef.
I live for this. I love this.
Well, there you have it. A day in the life at Verve, living with Vim and Vigour at Verve. We'll see you next time.